All right, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope I'm coming through all right out there, wherever you are. It is Andrew Esquire here, The Legal Mindset. 1,000 of you already in the chat. What's up? Good to see all of you. I'm coming to you today from Orlando, Florida. I'm actually in Orlando for today, tomorrow. I'll be in Miami for the next week and a half after that. So I'm stateside for a while. This is the hotel in Orlando. You can see I do not normally own Victorian looking ass paintings of women looking to the side. That's not a normal thing. This is like the Victorian era casting couch back here. But that being said, what's up to those people around the world? And guys, wherever you're from, give a shout out. Let me know where you're from, because I'm going to continue to do these morning streams no matter where I am in the world for my international audience. Obviously, normally I am in Seoul, South Korea. But just here visiting the U.S. for a very short time. So we got people from Largo, Florida. We've got France. We've got Largo, Florida. We've got Connecticut. We've got Thailand. We've got Vienna. Let's see. We've got Portugal, UK. Good to see you guys out there. Florida, Slovenia. What's up? Actually, I have a good friend from Slovenia. Leesburg, Florida. What's going on, man? So that's not far off from where I'm at right now. So yes, this is my hotel in Orlando, Florida. Quite a nice one. I do actually like this one. I've stayed in it before when I visit Orlando. I used to live in Orlando. If you guys didn't know that, I worked and lived in Orlando for, it's about almost 7 years. So 7 years of working here. And I miss it to a certain extent. There's lots of good food in Orlando, lots of things to do, even other than the theme parks. And no, I am not going to Disney World. If you guys watch my other content, you know that I am not a fan of Disney. Disney is super, super, super bad as a corporation. I am very opposed to them, and I, in 99 out of 10, stand against them. Andy the Game Maker says, "Good morning. You're not streaming from a bathroom. How dare you? How dare you, sir?" What's up, Andy? Good to see you, brother, in the chat. And thanks for all of our conversations behind scenes. I always like talking to Andy. He's a really cool guy. Venray said, "Bruh, that camera angle makes you look a little different." Shout out from the ATL. This is my Logitech Brio. So this is it's technically a 4K camera. I don't have it on 4K right now. I have it on like 780 because I don't trust fucking hotel Wi-Fi. However, it seems to be working all right out there. It seems to be not flipping out. For those of you that were watching my stream the other day when I was in Incheon in Seoul about to fly, you know that the hotel Wi-Fi totally crapped out on me. The quality was not good. So I want to stream this stream. It's going to be me, myself, and I. I'm going to show a little bit of video, but I wanted to do some talking, catch up on some super chats I missed from last time, and give you guys a prediction on the verdict, because I have a verdict prediction, a verdict timing prediction. And I also want to say my thoughts, reaffirm my thoughts on who I think is going to win. Pastor Flash says, "About time you started to stream. I missed my ear candy while out doing late night deliveries." Yeah, guys, I have been in transit coming to the United States from Korea. So obviously in these long flights, these long connections, trying to meet up with people, it's very difficult. But I'm going to try to keep it going. This next week, I should be streaming pretty much every single day of the week. I'm going to try to keep it in the mornings and the AMs. So you should have an AM stream for me pretty much every single day. There will be an AM stream for me. It will not always be in this background, but you will have an AM stream. I am going to do an AM stream tomorrow, and I'm going to be really focusing. I may review the closing arguments tomorrow again, and I may come with more detailed information on the jury as well. John Zalon says, "Hello from Texas. I really enjoy your stuff, man. Keep on keeping on." I absolutely will, man. I absolutely will. I'm not going to stop. Can't stop. Won't stop. IHFY says, "Once this trial is done, how about the Todd Chrisley trial?" Actually, I will write that down. So once this trial ends, I am interested in what other things you guys are interested in and what you want to cover. So if you're interested in other trials, IHFY says the Todd Chrisley trial, I'll check it out. I'll see what's going on. If you guys have suggestions, drop those to me, comments email andrewesquirelive@gmail.com. You can put it in my Instagram, Esquire International, or my Twitter, which I check the most, which is @TheLegalMindset. And I will get those in because we want to, I'm going to keep covering this case, and I have some really good collaborations coming this week. I have an Australian lawyer who's going to come on with me, a big Australian lawyer who's going to come on and talk about the Australian perjury case. That should be on maybe on Thursday. We'll see. Maybe Thursday of this week. He's going to come on with me Thursday morning. And sometimes people ask, oh, where are you coming? Well, one of the cool things is, VJ, is that, ask, are you coming to the UK? I will be willing to travel to other countries if there's a case. So I'll fly to another country. I'm not like all these other lawyers who are stuck in the United States or stuck in, North America. I really don't have any commitments or times or limitations. So I can go where the hell I want. So if there's a good case in the UK, I'll go cover it. And maybe I'll fly out to the UK and do some interviews or in person, or if I can attend, that would be awesome. If there's anything in Australia that's going down and they're not going to require me to give up my kidney to get in the country, then I might consider it. Blazemonger says, I think actually proving his claim is not as easy as many think. That said, even if JD loses this case, IMO, he still wins. Okay, so let's talk about that first. I think that's a great one, Blazemonger. And let's just talk about the court of public opinion. Now, there are still many outlets, and I will show you guys articles, but there are many outlets right now that are still simping hard for Amber, that still are covering Amber, even despite all the facts, despite all the information, despite all the memes and the Russian far-right bots, because all of you guys are male misogynist far-right bots who support Johnny Depp, right? If you support Johnny Depp, you're clearly a white male misogynist, right? That's all of you. But despite all of that, some of the media has flipped. Some of the media is changing to be at least more impartial. We were reading a New York Post article the other day, and I was actually shocked because the title was very anti-Johnny Depp. The title was very clickbait because it was anti-Johnny Depp. But the actual body of the article was at least presenting some facts that were favorable to Johnny Depp. So I can see there's a shift. The Post has pretty much unanimously throughout this been very anti-Johnny Depp. So have much of the Murdoch. Any sort of media that's owned by Rupert Murdoch in any country, whether it's in the UK, the US, or Australia, any Murdoch-owned media has been very anti-Johnny Depp. But we're seeing that change. We're seeing the change over time as all the rational people, all the objective people have come out and said, this is kind of a Johnny Depp win here. Amber is looking not good. The arguments in the closing were not great. So we're looking like we're still leaning towards Johnny Depp. Now, could he lose the legal case? I'll give my prediction in a second here. But I think the court of public opinion, it's a clear victory for Johnny Depp. He's got his side of the story out there. And Amber is never going to live down these memes. She's never going to live down these videos. We now have video showing what a fucking liar she is. And that's never going anywhere. So in a way, guys, we've already won. We've already won. People know who Amber Heard is. And you know what I mean when I say that. They know who she is. The type of person that Amber is has been exposed forever. That's not going anywhere. So thank you. Great chat. Great super chat. That really got me to dive into that. Venray said, real talk. Did you join the Mile High Club while on that plane from Korea? All right, listen, a gentleman never says anything. But listen, the bathrooms in a standard plane are way, way, way too small. Although I will say, I met a guy who has a private jet, so I may be needing to do that in the future, Venray. So that's on the list. It's on the bucket list. I mean, it's not there yet. Oh, and by the way, Leopold from Seoul, man, Leopold, if you're in Seoul, hit me up or hit me or Legal Vices up. He's in Busan. We'll definitely grab a drink for sure. So let's see. Nikki says, welcome home. It's a nice day today in Orlando. Have a great trip. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, today's beautiful. I mean, I'm looking outside. The sun is shining. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's so gorgeous today. So I'm definitely going to be getting out a little bit. I have some friends here. I used to work here, so I'm going to catch up with them. Really, I love to, just meet up with my friends, have good food, good conversation, and enjoy things while I'm here in the U.S. So let's get over to some tea with the trial. So we actually have information right now from TMZ, and I want to do a little update on TMZ. TMZ has admitted that Amber leaked the video. Let me play this for you, but TMZ came out there and outed themselves. They told on themselves that Amber sent them the video, which is kind of crazy. This is a video I was sent to my Twitter. So guys, check this out.
The first thing I notice in this video is,
by the way, guys, I appreciate your super chats on this because we're going to get demonetized for showing this, but whatever, fuck it, YOLO. I like to call these people out.
Is that Amber Heard, it's in this, I think she thinks helps her case, that this has happened enough to her that she puts this camera down on the table and starts filming because she knows the way this argument's going to go and wants to get whatever he says or does on tape. If you notice, halfway through the video, she moves the camera so that it gets the angle of Johnny Depp so that.
By the way, what type of loving girlfriend does that shit? What type of loving girlfriend moves the angle of the fucking camera, right? Who does that? What type of person does that? That's so fucked up. It's so fucked up.
He's on camera. Now, the other thing that I have to say, Amber thinks.
Look at this, guys. Guys, look at the video right now. Look what it says in the subtext. Amber thinks by leaking this, it's there right in the video. Look at it. Amber thinks by leaking this. They admit Freudian slip. They admit that she leaked this. She leaked this. It's crazy. I mean, and once again, you see how she can't keep her life straight. She can't keep her life straight. And look, I can't stand, Tom says I can't stand TMZ. I can't stand them either. And I'm glad they're telling on themselves.
By leaking this video is going to go a long way for her, is that she's been alleging a lot of bad things about Johnny Depp, about domestic violence, about hitting her, breaking bottles, and overall acting a certain way and being intoxicated.
Yep. So there we go, guys. That was it. So TMZ told on themselves, outed that they are actually the ones who leaked this, right? Who leaked this? Crazy. They're telling on themselves, you know. They're admitting that, hey, it was really Amber all along. And we knew that, guys. We knew that. Morgan Tremaine got up there. He spoke about it. We knew that Amber was the one that leaked it, right? We knew that that was dishonesty on the part of Amber, on the part of her counsel. We knew that. We knew that. But it's good to see this stuff outed and the stuff admitted, you know. And exactly, Haley, you're exactly right. The internet will always find stuff. Like, you cannot hide stuff from the internet. All of you guys are like little fucking private eyes. You're like goddamn Sherlock Holmes. And I love you all. I will say this, guys. A lot of you find the same information. So if you guys email me, if you guys Twitter me or email me or whatever, I usually try to respond and say like thanks or whatever. But some of you guys will send all the same thing, which is fine. It's just fine. I still like it. What I'm saying is you guys are out there finding stuff. You're finding stuff, which is awesome. Liz Kimber says, well, if you take a video and it gets out, you have to have sent it to someone, even if you forwarded it. Exactly. Who else owns the copyright to the video? They have to have permission from the person who took the video, the person who has authorization, and say, yeah, everybody in this video had permission. There's consent here, and I'm giving your consent. I'm giving this copyright over to you to stream. So yeah. Andy says, if you're not red pilled already, the New York Post should be your first red pill. It's kind of interesting because the New York Post will sometimes have great articles. It'll sometimes have really trash takes. It's really, really interesting. But yeah, it's very true. Polita says, why don't you come to Brazil to cover Henry Borrell's case? I just don't know when will be the final trial. We had a pre-trial. Yeah, it needs to be an actual trial, not like a hearing, you know, like not like, oh, they're going to a hearing. I'll look into it, you know, I'll write it down right now. You know, I'll write down that Henry Borrell. I need to look into all these cases. If they're big enough, especially if there's something that's really big, I'll cover it. I think it's fascinating. And I love the cases in other jurisdictions because it's a different type of law. So for me, I don't view it as I don't view it as like just limited to the United States. This is about justice abroad, and this is about justice in general. Justice is something that's international. It's not something that's limited to the United States. Neon Narakis says, Andrew, how do you think the case would go if Mr. Chu and Ms. Vasquez's legal team faced Mr. Binger and his team and had Borowski as a judge? Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay, so guys, so you understand, let me give you a little context here. Neon is actually giving a hypothetical. So this is a fake art. It's not real. But so he's trying to kind of create a very a high conflict scenario. So he's taking the counsel for Johnny Depp here, Mr. Chu and Ms. Vasquez, against Mr. Thomas Binger and Kraus from the Rittenhouse case, who are extremely unethical prosecutors. Now they're criminal, right? They don't do civil. So that'd be something right there. And then Borowski, who was from the Edgecombe case, who was extremely based ass Polish judge who was like harsh. We called him Judge Hawkeye because he looked like Hawkeye. And this is kind of a combination of trials that we've watched over the last year. So honestly, I think Chu and Vasquez would still win because Binger is a criminal person. He's not a civil person, so he doesn't know the civil laws. And even if he did, I think his style wouldn't benefit him here. And I think Binger and Krause representing Amber Heard wouldn't be great. Now, if it was a criminal trial, I think maybe Chu and Vasquez would be at a disadvantage. But Borowski, I think Borowski wouldn't put up with Binger's unethical behavior. So really good hypothetical. I actually like hypotheticals. Law school is all about hypotheticals. So, I mean, I'm always a fan of a good hypo. Soul Music says, amazing how in this video he's angry at his worst and he still doesn't hit her. Exactly. He still does not hit her. I mean, and he was justified to be pissed off, and he does not hit her at all. He doesn't touch her. He doesn't go near her. Crazy about that, right? Siddhartha Patra says the only thing she donated the entire trial. Yes, that's very true. The only thing she donated was the video she leaked to TMZ. That is very, very true. Cokesby says, did you see that Nancy Pelosi's husband was arrested for DUI? Really? Holy shit, really? I did not know about that. Guys, I'm so in this trial that I just haven't had a chance to see that. So, I mean, I believe it. That's crazy. Tracy Boyle says, when do you think we'll hear from the jury? Hold on. Let's get to that. Okay, so let's get to that right now. I don't want to miss anything here. So let's get to that right now. Let's jump over to that here with the jury makeup. So I haven't talked about this. I know some other people have talked about this. I have not. So just bear with me, guys. But this is the jury box. Obviously, we had this Shenlei Painter posted this. So, Court TV. So we have the two dismissed juries and then essentially juror 1 through 9 here. So we've got the Asian man, juror 1 is Asian man 20s to 30s. Second, Asian man 20s, Asian man 20 to 30s. By the way, I live in Asia, so I can say this. Asians are kind of hard to get their age down, right? You can see an Asian woman and like she could look like she's 20 or even freaking 19 and she's in her 30s. It's very sometimes hard to tell. You have to look at very subtle differences. So I'm not surprised that she doesn't know if it's 20s or 30s here. Black woman 40s, Asian woman 20s, white man 60s, white man 20s to 30s, white woman 50s. I think that's the mom, right? The Catholic school mom there they were talking about. And then you've got the Asian man in the 40s. So a lot of Asians. This is like a super Asian jury. This is the most Asian jury I've ever seen in my life. I know that, being in Korea, I know actually there's a Koreatown there. So, I mean, it's very possible these are all Koreans, or many of them are Koreans, which, by the way, if you guys don't know, most Koreans are pretty fucking based. So this jury is looking very interesting to me. It's also got a pretty strong male bias here. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So of this, you got, so 1, 2, 3, right? 4 on the top, 4 men. Pull this over here. So, that's a woman right there. So 4, 5, 6. So 6 of 9 are men. So I think that if you look at the demographics here and just look at the raw data, it's looking good on the man side for Johnny. I think everything we've heard from the people in the courtroom, and it's pretty much been unanimous, whether it's Christina, whether it's Rob, Law and Lumber, whether it's Ian, whether it's DUI guy. And guys, I'm at the end of this stream, I will talk for like 2 seconds on an addendum to the LawTube drama, but I'm going to say for the very end, and it's just going to be 2 seconds. I'm not going to go into it. But all those guys who have been inside the courtroom covering it, they have pretty much said that the jury seems to be not focusing on Amber Heard. And because of that, I think that, especially the people that are left here, because there's really only 1 or 2 question marks. I think juror number 8 is probably a question mark. And I think there might be a question mark about juror 5. I forget about whether or not there is one. But I don't think juror 8 is a little bit up in the air. So maybe there's one that might be able to hold out. But I think the majority are pro Johnny. And because of that, here's my prediction. Here's my jury prediction. They're not giving dinner. And because they are not giving dinner, right, which means around 5 o'clock, everyone's going to get hangry and everyone's going to want to go home. They're not giving dinner. The judge said no dinner for you. No soup for you. because of that, I think that the jury is pushed to make a decision around 3 or 4 p.m. in the afternoon, because they know once they make a decision, they've got to go back to the courtroom. It's got to be verified. There's about another hour. So if you think about it, think about this. They're going to get hungry around 5. They know that. So they're going to, if they come to a decision around 3 or 4 o'clock, they can be out of there by 4 or 5 o'clock. They can get dinner and they can eat. So I think that hunger is a real issue. There's a reason why in prison camps, when you're captured, they starve you because they want you to be desperate. They want you to confess. They want you to give up information. Like, starvation is a real thing. So I think that the decision will come in on Tuesday, and it will come in before 5 o'clock. I think 4 p.m., 3 p.m., those are very reasonable. They may come to a decision then. It may get read in around 4 p.m., 4:30. So I think late afternoon, tomorrow, there will be a decision. And what do I think that decision is? I stick by my decision. I think that Amber's counterclaim is gone. There's no way in hell that Amber's counterclaim is going to pass muster. I said that 2 weeks ago, and I've stood by it since. I have been solid that Amber's counterclaim does not have a bat's chance in hell. She's presented zero evidence on it, and anything she's attempted to present has been thoroughly refuted by Johnny's team. I think there's no way, it's not possible for her to recover on that counterclaim. And even if she did, it would be thrown out on appeal, even if it was ridiculous and all these people go against Johnny, which, based on everything we've heard, is not going to happen. I think that counterclaim gets tossed out like the trash it is, right? Like tossed out like Whitney out of Jennifer Howell's apartment, right? I mean, that situation. Now, in terms of Johnny, I still stick by Johnny recovering. I think there's a 90% chance to 90 to 95% chance that Johnny gets a decision in his favor. I think if there's a verdict, I hope it is between 10 and 20 million. I'm going to use it as my prediction. It could be less, but I hope it's between 10 and 20 million. Specifically, I hope it's like 14, 15 million. I think that'd be justice for Johnny. He would be able to get back what he lost. Amber Heard was seen, celebrating after there was a recovery in the divorce case. So I would love for Johnny to get back what he lost in that divorce case, what he unjustly lost in that divorce case. So yeah, hopefully we get that justice, guys, because Johnny has done it. Someone's saying the jury wanted cards drawn, the white woman was dismissed. Okay, so the white woman in the 50s was dismissed? Was that true? Okay, so hold on. So it says 2 and 8 are gone. Oh, okay, 2 and 8 are gone. So the Asian man are gone. 1 white female, 1. Okay, well, see, I blame that on Court TV then. But the point is that actually that right there would still lead the balance in Johnny's favor. So I don't change my opinion at all, whether those 2 are gone. By the way, guys, there's freaking 15,000 of you in the chat. Can you please like the stream? Please like it. There's only 1K likes right now. There's no excuse for that. If you guys like this content, you want this type of content out, you want this to get out to other people, you want them to hear about that we're not all bots, that this is not fake news, this is not crap. You need to get this information out by liking it. That actually helps and spread the information, guys. So definitely, please like the stream. Like the stream. It helps. I'm not asking you to super chat. You don't even have to do that. But if you like it, that does a lot for me, guys. Appreciate that. Barnes accused DUI guy of being unethical yesterday. Okay, I will answer that at the end. Pepsi Man, I will talk about the LawTube drama at the end, right? By the way, guys, if you're in America, because I know a lot of you are international. So if you're an American, happy Memorial Day, right? If you're an American, right? If you're not, hey, happy Monday. It's happy Monday, guys. I hope you guys are doing well out there. I hope you're having a good evening. It's evening in Seoul, where I was from, so I know people out there are having a great evening. Google Beetlejuice 2 cast. JD is on the cast list. Seems like we'll get him back. Awesome. That is justice for Johnny. That is justice for Johnny. Is him getting rules again? 100%. Michael Knopfsinger says, if Amber Heard isn't responsible for a publicist releasing the info, JD is not liable for the Waldman statements. Would you agree? Double standard. I think that her releasing the video doesn't change the Waldman analysis. I think the Waldman analysis, first of all, is bunk to begin with. First of all, everything is precluded by attorney-client privilege. Frankly, I think that it should be thrown out just based on the fact that there's no facts that are covered there that aren't attorney-client privilege. I think the whole idea of recovering based on attorney statements is fucking insane. Frankly, I think the Waldman statement should be out to begin with because of attorney-client. That's my opinion. A publicist is different than an attorney. I will say there's no publicist privilege, right? So giving something to the publicist is different than giving something to your attorney. That's much different. Or telling something to your attorney. That's much different. So, anyways, I do think though that the TMZ statement could, I mean, it's pretty much perjury by Amber Heard. I will say that. I think that Amber Heard perjured himself on the stand. Paulina says another good parallel to Depp's case is Sergio Schiller Thompson Flores. The case is not final, but last year his wife reported a false report. That's the whole point. Is that, thank you, Paulina, is that this is not something that's just isolated to Johnny. This is happening around the world with so many different cases, and I'll look into that one as well. Venray said jurors 2 and 8 were alternates, both projected to be pro Depp by Runkle. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Mary said, how much are Koreans in that gaming stream? Have you heard of StarCraft? Have you heard of League of Legends? I mean, come on, guys. Come on. Really crazy. Really crazy. But I do agree. Some people say immigrants are different than natives. That's also true. Just a Dude says TMZ, New York Post, Sun newspaper, talk radio are Wooten worked all Murdoch owned. Yes. So all of these Murdoch owned periodicals have been consistently pro Amber, and we're about to look at more pro Amber stuff right now because there's a ton of pro Amber information, a ton of pro Amber stuff that's out there. It's kind of crazy. Let's see. And then I think there's one more comment here I want to catch. And there's also jury nullification. Jury nullification is an idea. Somebody mentioned this in the chat. Jury nullification is an idea of when one juror has a contrary opinion. So he believes something strongly. So for example, if there's one juror that believes that a man can never be a subject to abuse, let's say there's one juror that literally believes that. That's crazy. And they believe that. They're insane. And they're like, I don't believe men can be subject to abuse. They believe Dr. Hughes's theories, that abuse is something that's isolated to women, that only women can be targeted for abuse. If there's somebody that actually believes that, they could go through with what's called jury nullification. Jury nullification is when they essentially refuse to vote. They vote the opposite way. So therefore, it's a hung jury. There's no decision. He doesn't recover. If that happens, they'll make the jury deliberate for several days. So I think if you see this jury deliberating past Wednesday, if it goes past Wednesday, if they're deliberating till Thursday, it's going to be a hung jury. I think that's not looking good. The facts are so pro Johnny that the longer this takes, I start to get more and more worried for Johnny. So if this holds out, that there's not a decision till Thursday or Friday, it's not looking good for Johnny. It's probably a hung jury. Grayson says, can she even afford to pay Johnny? That's a good question. I mean, many people have speculated on this. Is it going to be Daddy Elon paying, right? Is it good? Who's going to be paying for that? I don't know. I mean, that's a damn good question. So, Felix Elise says, hi from Malaysia. Hey, what's up? I plan on visiting Malaysia in the next 6 months. I don't know exactly when, but I do want to check it out. It's one of the places that it seems like it's easy. You guys know me about my lifestyle. I am a proponent of an international lifestyle. I want to have residency in different countries, right? Obviously, I'm working on that in Seoul, South Korea. I'm working on a Korean residency. Malaysia is one that seems to have a very generous residency program. Also, Kuala Lumpur seems like, to me, a very, up-and-coming modern city. Cost of living is still low, and it's also got a lot of the modern amenities, which is really awesome. Plus, I fucking love Malaysian food. Malaysian food is great. I had some amazing roti yesterday, some amazing Malaysian curry, which was fantastic. So I'm going to check that out for sure. Allison Rogers says, I thought it was jurors 3 and 14 that the judge said. Yeah, it seems like there might have been a little snafu there on that chart. Once again, Shinlei, I love her. She seems like a sweet girl, but she gets a lot of shit wrong. So that was her chart. Jordy said, good afternoon, justice for Johnny. Hashtag just Johnny. Yes. Dragon's Treasure said, the only drama in LawTube that matters is how few of you shill my tea. Dragon's Treasure, your ass is in every LawTube chat, super chatting to get your tea. Guys, Dragon's Treasure is such a hypocrite. He doesn't even send me an affiliate code. So Dragon's Treasure, if you want me to show your tea, send an affiliate code to my email, andrewesquirelive@gmail.com. Otherwise, I will tell people it is the worst tea ever and not to buy it. But if you send me an email with an affiliate code or something to put in my chat, something to put in my description, then I will pimp your tea, Dragon's Treasure. So don't talk me here. This isn't, see, Dragon's Treasure, you're used to the people going soft on you. Maybe Nick, maybe Alita will take it easy on you. Maybe, Nick and Legal Bites, maybe they'll be nice to you. But this is not my chat. Welcome to the Thunderdome, bitch. We do not deal with that. Smash that like button, fam. guys, like I said, it helps me in the algorithm. Siddharth says, Johnny has nothing to lose if the verdict goes against him. Can't say the same for Amber. Well, I don't know whether he has nothing to lose. I don't know whether he has nothing to lose. I think he does have something to lose. I think he definitely does have something to lose. I think what he has to lose is his reputation, is the ability of the media to slander him. I think there's a lot of stuff in here that could be potentially problematic. Could be potentially problematic for Johnny Depp. And I think that getting a decision in Johnny Depp's favor clears him in the eyes of the media as well. Clears him in the eyes of the media. Nyanaraka says, Andrew, is Russia one of your destinations during travels? Would you ever go? Yeah, dude, I would totally go to Russia. Look, guys, I would go to North Korea if I could, and I wouldn't die. I'm not afraid of like going to places. I'm not like, I've traveled a lot. I've been to all of Europe, almost all of South America, Central America, Caribbean. I haven't been around Asia a lot, which is why I'm in Asia right now, because I want to learn more about Asia and just that area. I have been to Australia. I haven't been too much to Africa other than Morocco. The Middle East, I need to go to Dubai this year. That's on my list. I want to get residency there. So I would definitely go to Russia. I'd definitely check out Russia. I have fans in Russia. I have friends in Russia. I know some Russian ladies. So yeah, I would definitely check that out for sure. Moscow and St. Petersburg. Dragon's Treasure said, it shall be done. Yes, there you go. Thank you, Dragon's Treasure. Thank you for not being a Jack Murphy on this. Appreciate that. Fedupski says, did you see Amber Heard's phantom note writing, The Lies Don't Stop? I did not see that. Fedupski, can you please do me a favor and send me a Twitter or a Instagram or something on that, and tell me it's you. Say, hey, it's Fedupski. Here's the proof. Here's the facts. Show me the receipts, because your boy Andrew likes to see receipts. Pelosi's husband needs DUI guy. Wait, what? Oh, he got a DUI. Oh, he got a DUI. That's right. That's right. Alternates were chosen before the trial commenced. Okay. Yeah, the alternates were chosen. They were picked. Mephistic Miasma says, jurors probably don't like Elaine's closing for at least one reason. If I'm sitting there hungry and late for lunch because you're chattering, I hate you. Hey, this is facts. And see, this is the thing. A lot of other lawyers, they don't like this sort of information. A lot of lawyers, they say, oh, no, it's just based on the law, and there's a good legal argument. No, shut up. The law is not about just the law. It's about how people feel, how they react, and practical realities. That's why on this channel, I call it like it is. When I say Elaine came off as a bitch, and I say that with enthusiasm, because Elaine did come off as a bitch, that matters. That actually matters to people. If somebody is a dick, it doesn't matter if they make the best legal argument ever. They're a dick. You want to disagree with them, even if they're legally right. No one gives a shit about the law if you're an asshole. Right? Just like if you're holding people up and you're late for lunch, I hate everybody who makes me late for lunch. I hate people who drag on. I disagree with them because they piss me off personally. It's offensive to me. So I 100% agree to this. If you think you're so important to make me suffer, no, fuck you. You've made me suffer throughout this trial. Right? So I absolutely think that's a great argument. That's a great argument. And guys, you know me on my channel. I just tell it like it is. I don't give a shit. I will just tell the truth. I just say it like it is. That's my personal opinion. If you don't like it, there's a lot of other channels out there that are willing to call punches, and they're willing to be nice, and they're willing to not curse and this and that. That ain't me. That's not this channel. So you can go ahead and unsub right now. But if you like this, smash a like button, sub, and it helps me out in the algorithm and gets this take out there. Von Bismarck 49, thank you so much. Another man of culture with yellow fever. Little great aspects of the law always being based. Hey, thank you. But I want to correct one thing, Von Bismarck. I do not discriminate. I'm an equal opportunity guy. I love it all. I mean, I grew up in Miami, Florida. Shout out to my Latino ladies. Love them too. But let me just say that the ladies in Korea, pretty fantastic as well. So yeah, I'm not complaining at all. Not complaining at all, one bit. But if anybody ever comes to Seoul, if you guys ever visit Korea, or if you're in Asia in general and I just happen to be traveling, just let me know. Also, if you're in Miami this next week, maybe let me know. Maybe we can grab a drink if you happen to be in Miami this next week. Cupcake Pooper. This is hi. I've come across some new evidence on YouTube and Instagram against Amber Heard. Can the deliberation not be postponed in light of this? No. Cupcake. It does not matter at this point. It does not matter. There's no stopping this. At this point, it's too late. It is too late to stop anything. You're not going to be able to stop the jury at this point. and this is a good question though, Cupcake, because a lot of people have. By the way, I love your icon. This is fucking hilarious. You guys are cracking me up. The jury is out. The only thing that would stop the jury is if there's a jury bias issue. So if there's an issue of jury bias, that could stop things. But otherwise, there's no way you're going to stop the deliberation right now. Now, I will say one thing. This does bring up a good point, and I need to talk about this. There have been attempts to dox the jury. So what is doxing? Doxing is when you release someone's personal information. So people on the left, particularly Eve Barlow's of the world, right? The Amber Simps, the people out there who are trying to ruin this, that are trying to stop this trial, the people that want Johnny to lose, they're trying to dox the jury. Now, I'm not going to say who, but there's a member of LawTube that was sent a picture of the jury. Now, it wasn't their faces, but it was their sides and their profiles, and you can clearly see them, all of them. So there are people out there trying to take photos of the jury. That is a crazy violation of the law. It's a crazy violation of the judge's orders. It's pretty insane. Jury anonymity is something you try to protect at all costs, especially during the trial. So it's insane. So there's people out there that are trying to violate this, that are trying to expose the jury. So they're subject to disqualification. So they're thrown out. So the Amber gets another bite of the apple. And this is pretty nuts. But that's the level we're at, and that's the level that people are going through to try to get a win. For Amber, or at least get this thrown out so they don't win. So they don't win because they're so worried. If this wasn't televised, would things be different? Yes. Stephen, 100%. Guys, and think about this. The Sun trial in the UK, it was only partially televised. It also wasn't involving Amber Heard directly. But because it wasn't fully televised, and because, frankly, no offense, guys, no offense. I love my UK supporters. Stephen, I see you're sending me pound sterling. Thank you so much. I'm just going to say it. The American legal system is a bit sexier. I'll say sexier, right? There's more TV shows about the American legal system, right? There's more dramas about it, right? We have a lot of high-profile cases. We have a lot of celebrities in our courtrooms. So it's just a very sexy process. I'm not saying you guys have a bad process. I'm just saying that it's not as dramatized. And because this is dramatized, a lot of people are seeing this. This is trending because it's in America. Now, I would love to see cases abroad get the same level of exposure, because I think that's great. I think they should get the same level of light of day. And maybe in some way, and I'm thinking to myself here, especially with you guys, my international viewers, maybe you can help me make some of these international cases big. I think that would be awesome. And then together we could bring them to the public, including Americans who need to know about things that are happening outside of America. Because let me tell you, as a person who's in Korea and a person who travels, what happens around the world is very relevant, not just what happens in America. So great point. By the way, I love the shout out from Brazil here. And I have a lot of people asking, oh, when are you going to come? Like, Salt says, when are you going to come to Colombia? Well, first of all, I definitely need to visit Colombia. I do love my Colombian ladies. I'm also going to visit Singapore too, for sure. So guys, I'll let you guys know my travel plans. I try to make them known on my Twitter and my videos where I'm going. But yeah. But yeah, I definitely love it, and I love seeing different places, man, because it's all different in the way we perceive things. The way the culture also comes and affects the law. The laws are really a distillation of culture, of the country, of the people. And I think television, and this being televised, is uniquely American. We love our TV. It's fucking America. We love TV. And I'm so glad your travels went well. While you're home, might I suggest a little freedom and go shoot some guns while you're home? Korean fried chicken stream when? Oh, bro, I'll do it when I get back. I'll be back in 2 weeks. I'll do a fried chicken stream for sure. It's in the evening, so I'll be eating some chicken with you guys. Want me to do that? I'll do it when I get back. I am going to go shoot guns. I have a shotgun, a rifle, and a pistol. I'm probably going to go skeet shooting when I'm back a couple days from now. Maybe I'll take some photos. I don't know if I'll be videoing. I don't know who's going to be there with me to video. I'm just trying to relax. So I'll be doing that for sure. But yeah, no, I love the freedom. I love the freedom in America. That's one amazing thing about America. Dan Wooten says, Dan Wooten threw a dead cat in the form of a picture of a masked couple over the weekend on Twitter to shame them, and is claiming he's being targeted. Wow. That's kind of ridiculous. That's a little bit ridiculous. Korean said, what will happen if Amber Heard is accused of perjury? Well, here's the thing. So she has been accused of perjury by Adam Waldman in Los Angeles. So there is a perjury charge in Los Angeles, but it's probably not going to go anywhere because it's related to her testimony in the trial, and rarely, if ever, is that brought up. I think the bigger thing could be an issue with TMZ getting sued. I think there could be some other issues there down the road. I have to think about that a little bit, but I think TMZ has some potential shit on them if this goes in Johnny's favor. I think they might have some egg on their face, and they might try to deal with something with Johnny on the side, settle with Johnny on the side. Chunky says, objection, 15K watching and less than 1K likes. Guys, seriously, 15K. Just smash the like button, guys. All you got to do is click the like button real quick. That's it. Like. That's it. That's all I'm asking you to do. Anyone else get annoyed when she would deny everything, even her own audio recordings and evidence being proved wrong? She is never the problem. That's the point, Edgar. And she's literally accusing Amber throughout this trial has been accusing everybody else of committing perjury. So that's what's been going on here. And that's the ridiculous thing. Everybody is not perjuring themselves. That's just something that's not happening. It's ridiculous. That's crazy. It's crazy. And to even suggest that is insane. It's absolutely insane that everybody else is lying in this case, but Amber. Amber is probably the biggest liar of this case. If anything has proven it, it's that Amber can't keep her story straight. Nobody agrees with any of Amber's stories 100%. It's not possible. Andy Gamer said 3.8. Not enough, Andy. We're at 15K viewers, guys. You got to give me to 7K likes, and I'll shut up. At least 7K, guys. I think Johnny wins. Great commentary on your part. Baltimore guy, I think you're right. And hey, I like that you appreciate this. And if you appreciate this, like the comment. Appreciate that, Baltimore guy. Seriously, bro. It's what we try to do here. So we try to do. Just give you unfiltered content. Do you see the article online about Nancy Pelosi's husband getting arrested for a DUI? I have not. You guys are lighting me up about this, but I will cover it. I would definitely cover that. Maybe I should get DUI guy on for that. No, I'm joking, guys. But yeah, that would be crazy. That'd be crazy. If they're getting an article on that, on a DUI. I mean, but once again, guys, people in power are not immune. People in power are not immune. Shout out to my girl Radix Farum here in the chat. What's up? I'll have you on another time, Radix. I didn't know how my stream was going to be from the hotel here, so I'm just trying to keep this tight today. Trying to keep this real tight. Sword and Scale, what's up, buddy? Good to see you in the chat. Will Eve Barlow self-immolate in front of the courtroom steps on Tuesday? She is already flaming. Okay, let me talk about Eve Barlow for 2 seconds. Because Eve Barlow has made some fucking stupid comments. Some real stupid comments in the chat. On Twitter, she pretty much has said that because Johnny Depp is going on tour right now, he can't be really suffering. That's what she said. She said that straight up. She's like, he doesn't have real PTSD because he's on tour right now. That is ridiculous. That is insane. And I just don't buy that. I don't buy that. And by the way, they're still putting out crazy articles about stuff right now. So let me show you guys some articles here, some insane articles. And before I get back into the super chats here, here's some stuff that I want you guys to see because this is what they're putting out here right now. So here's the media blitz. Toxic fans have made the trial inescapable. So you guys being toxic has made it inescapable. So essentially saying, because of live streams, let me zoom in on this a little bit right now. Let me just do a little zoom here. Okay. Because of live streams on Twitch and YouTube and TikTok, right? Because they bring in TikTok. Because of the 7 billion views on this, they're saying that's made it toxic. What's so toxic about the truth getting out there? If anything, for once, here's what I'll say. For once, we're getting the coverage that court cases deserve. These court cases need coverage like this. They need more views. The fact that everybody knows about Amber Heard, I literally can, when people ask me about my YouTube, I used to cover smaller issues, things that maybe all of you hadn't heard of, things that were going on that maybe you guys didn't realize, right? There's a lot of legal issues I was covering that were just not getting any attention. They weren't covered by the mainstream media. But this is one that's finally being covered by social media, and it's well-deserved. And I think it's only toxic because it hurts their narrative. because it hurts hashtag believe all women. That's the reason why it's toxic. And look at this, guys. They're still pushing here. This is one that just came out. It came out the other day, the 28th, right? So this is very recent. But look at this. How memes have real world consequences, real life consequences. How memes have real life consequences. This is crazy. This is crazy. They're literally blaming the memes as if Amber Heard is not liable here, and it's the memes that are the thing that's liable here. That's insane. And look at this. This is what, and by the way, the person's title told me all I need to know. Look, this is from a gender justice advocate at Toronto University. First of all, there's your problem, by the way. And second of all, this is just ironic because I'm sure that like they would go into a giant contradiction if I asked them about Amber versus Johnny Depp. They're like, okay, there's believe all women, but wait a second, women is a construct word which doesn't mean anything, right? It's a container word because anybody can be a woman if they want to be a woman. It's just declaring they're a woman, right? I guarantee you, this advocate would tie themselves in knots here. But saying that that memes, the memes themselves are violence. The memes themselves are domestic violence. This is where we're going. This is where these guys want to go. And because of TikTok and Twitter and YouTube, that makes it harassment, right? That makes it harassment. And people say that they don't take it seriously because of social media, that social media makes you think these things are not real. Well, that's insane. And look at this. So fucking Snopes, which by the way, guys, if you guys don't know, they're citing Snopes as authoritative. Snopes has been proven as so full of shit. It's ridiculous. And they're saying, oh, well, look, this conspiracy about the cocaine is ridiculous, right? And that she ripped her commentary from Mr. Ridley. This is bullshit. Because can Snopes prove she didn't have cocaine? And look, I don't believe she did have cocaine. I believe she probably had a crying agent, maybe capsaicin or something that caused her to cry. But Snopes is so ridiculous. They cannot prove this. They can't prove this at all. They can't prove whether she did or didn't. Get the fuck out of here. And she did mirror some of the words from talented Mr. Ripley, just because she didn't state it verbatim because it was a simile. It was similar, but not identical. Doesn't mean she didn't take inspiration from it. So it's crazy, guys. It's crazy. But this is where we're going. This is the world we live in, guys. This is the world we live in. So just wanted to make that aware for you guys. So let me get through some of these super chats. I'll drag them over here so you guys see them in the chat, and we can get through some of these super chats because I want to make sure that I get all of you guys, and I will catch up. There's a couple from last time, but I want to make sure I catch up. So the first one here is, are jurors checked that they read stuff online, or is it honor-based? So it is honor-based. So they're supposed to not read stuff online. There's no way to confirm whether or not they actually read stuff. So that's something, and that's from Mauritius for 25. I don't know what RON is, sorry, but yeah. Sword and Scale says, thank you for telling woke tards to fuck off. I like your style, sir. No, Sword and Scale, I like you. Nia said, hi, I'm new. What's your name? Loving the coverage. I am Andrew Esquire. Welcome to the Legal Mindset, where my slogan is be your own judge. I present the information. Look, I have an opinion. I have a fucking strong opinion on this one, but you're willing to make your own decision, right? I'm presenting the facts here, and I do it in an unfiltered way. I do it without any bullshit, without any, pomp and circumstance. I'm just a regular guy who's an attorney. Honestly, I'm a generalist. So a lot of this specific law, I try to make very digestible. It's not my area of expertise. So a lot of these people that get really nerdy with the facts, I want to break it down and make it easy for you guys to understand, but do it in an entertaining way. And I want you to come to this channel and have fun. I want you to have fun while we're doing this. We should be having fun through this process. Clyde says, and he sends me R $10. I don't know exactly what R is. But he says, the press in my country also only publishes pro-Amber stories. They simply ignore the evidence presented and turn everything into women's rights being attacked. Well, this is what we've seen happening. We've seen happening is everything is women's rights. Everything is believe all women. It's insane. And look, it's not just a U.S. problem. It's an international problem. This has been made into a gender issue. It's been made into a gender issue by a specific group of people. by a very specific group of people, and they have a very specific agenda, which is not my agenda. I don't have that same agenda. It's not there. Lisa says, will Elaine have a career after this? I don't. I think she will have a career, but not in courtroom. I've said this before, but I think Elaine is probably great at negotiation and settlement. She is not great. Not great at trial, at courtroom. So I think that she's not going to do well in a courtroom. And guys, I know that some of you are wondering why there isn't court today. Let me bring up this comment here. This is good from MI16, which says today is Memorial Day. So it's a holiday. It's a federal holiday in the United States. So there's no deliberation. Court is back in tomorrow. And by the way, shout out to Holland. I have some Dutch family. So yeah, shout out there, guys. Love your streams. Stay fresh and tight. Yeah, awesome, man. I try to keep it fresh, keep it clean on my channel. Hello from Luxembourg. This one here from Min and Hempwell. Hello from Luxembourg. Have you been here while in Europe? Yes, I have been to Luxembourg. I didn't get to stay. I drove through, but I did go to Luxembourg very briefly. I drove through. Seemed like a nice place. Maybe I'll spend more time there. I've been pretty much everywhere in Europe. The only place I haven't been in Europe is I haven't been to Scandinavia. So I really haven't been to Sweden, Norway, Finland. I do know a Finnish girl. Well, I didn't know a Finnish girl, but she visited the United States. I do know some Swedish girls as well, but they visited me in the United States. Yeah, so I haven't been there. So I am overdue for visiting Scandinavia. I already read that one from Sword and Scale. Charlie says, new sub, second-year law student, LLB in Australia. Do you have any legal advice about how to proceed through school and the working world? I do. And I will do a deeper video on this, Charlie, because I know a lot of you have been watching this case and you've wanted to start in the law. I've had people reach out, so I will do more content on that because I know you guys are interested in that. Also, I plan on doing a little bit of a primer on how to exceed in law school that's more in-depth. So I may make separate videos on that. But that aside, here's one thing I will tell you. Before you go to law school, know what the job is like. Have an end goal in mind. You need to go to law school knowing exactly what type of law you want to practice, exactly what type of job you want. And I know that sounds crazy, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not the guy who's gonna blow smoke up your ass. This is not the Andrew, gasses you up channel. This is the Andrew gives it to you raw, and you either like it or you don't like it. You can go somewhere else if you want, the snowflake, kid gloves version. That's not me, right? I think that I actually used to work in recruitment. I went to the University of Florida Law School in Gainesville, Florida, and go Gators, by the way. And I did recruitment, and I would talk people out of going to law school. Law school is very hard, very difficult, long hours. It's very stressful. And in the United States, at least, it's very costly. So know exactly what you're going to do before you go to law school, 100%. Paulina says, Bailey Sarin made a video about Susie von Richthofen. There's a 2-part movie about this case. It's still a big case. It fascinates people. Okay, I'll check that out. Irish says, have you been to Ireland? No, I have not. No, I have not. Ash says, Hollywood not waiting for a verdict. Johnny is back on his game, landed a role in Beetlejuice 2. Booyah. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for Beetlejuice 2 with him. That'll be fucking awesome. And you know what, guys? The biggest vindication for Johnny Depp is when we go see his films. Because I will go see his films, and I'm sure you guys will too. Ryan says, Hollywood Reporter claims jury instructions did not favor Depp. Is that true? No, it's not true at all. The jury instructions were very, very neutral. I think they're fair jury instructions. Chris Guest says, grew up in San Diego, tasted all the flavors. To my Miami bro, I knew the big ups. Hope you are well and celebrate all our vets' sacrifice. Was some delicious grilled food today. Yes, I'll be grilling with my buddy. Actually set up, he bought a new grill, Kamado Joe, I believe. So it's like a ceramic grill. We set it up yesterday. We'll be grilling today, sitting by the pool, having a nice time. I'm very excited for that. Like, I'm super stoked for that. Louis Bluey with $5 says, if Johnny prevails in the sexual assault, can he sue the ACLU Washington Post? He could potentially, but I don't know whether he will or not. I think that the victory for Johnny will come out of this case. And also, I think there's a better case against Amber because Amber has now admitted on the stand that she's the one who directed them to do it. So remember, Amber is the one who authored the article. Amber is the one who had control. Oh, and Murray's explained here that RON is Romanian. Oh, Romanian Lou. I don't know if you visit Romania, but I think you'd love it. Very interested to see how the media covers the story of JD Wins. Actually, I plan on visiting Romania. So actually, okay, this is. I know I always say this, guys. It's like a meme on my channel, but I was going out with a Romanian girl for a while. I would just. It's so funny. I would just troll her by calling her a gypsy, and she would get so pissed off. Which was hilarious. I love to like trigger her like that. It's always great. It's always fun to trigger your partner or your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, whatever you guys have out there. I know a lot of ladies out there, right? Do it to your boyfriends too. Just, a little jab, right? It was teasing, but it was always great. But no, I do plan on going. I actually have a friend in Bucharest who's actually very well established there. So I will definitely be visiting Romania for sure. 100%. And like I said, I have no problem with Romanian women as well. All right. John Yarber says, truth dies in darkness. If you want to be red-pilled in action, Viva's channel now versus 2 years ago, very funny. Yes. John Yarber also said, do you watch Salty Cracker? If not, you should. Guys, I mean, John, I'm creating content, so I don't have time to watch that much YouTube content. I'm going to be really honest with you. I'm really, really honest with you. I don't have that much time to go to other people's channels and watch that. But if you guys suggest it, I will check it out. M. Reed said, speaking of trials in other countries, the trial for the 15 Paris terrorist attacks have been going on since September 8th, 2021, which the verdict is expected at the end of June. Oh, awesome. That would be amazing to see what happens in those trials. Mad Math 2.0 said, wouldn't trust Amber not to microwave her own baby, especially as she took it from Rebecca Vardy in the Vardy versus Rooney trial. Oh, man. And once again, she steals all of her lines. Virtual Loner, $20, says Amber's team sounds so childish when they were questioning the judge about the remaining time. If they hadn't made misrepresentation, they would have had a little more time. Exactly. The only person to blame for Elaine not having time is Elaine. Elaine is the person to blame for that and her cat lady incompetence. Commoner says, there was a movie scene in Pirates where Johnny describes, if you had a sister and a dog, I would choose a dog. I am saddened to see that he couldn't see through this monster. LawTube, you guys rock. Yes. Shout out to everybody out there who's covering this, all of the people out there, whether it's on the infamous LawTube. We'll talk about that at the end. Once I get past these super chats, I'll talk about LawTube for a second. But yeah, Danny Gia says, mainstream media is threatened by people watching the trial and forming their own opinions, takes away their power. Yes. Mainstream media is threatened by what we're doing here online, whether it's here on YouTube, on TikTok. They are threatened by that 100%. Shifty Giza says, what do you think about the future involvement of YouTube channels on court cases, especially after that umbrella guys many mentions in the case? I think it's only going to go up. 100%. Because I think that as there's more topics that need to be covered, and the mainstream media is refusing to cover them because they're too fucking soft, because they're pussies and they don't want to cover these topics because they don't want to give real takes. They want to give these little, we're going to give a sanitized take. We're going to be fair to both sides. No, fuck that. If the objective truth is on one side, I'm not going to say that this looks like it's in favor of one side or another. If the facts are lined up, if the objective reality lines up with one side, they need to say that. And the fact that they're thinking about social media and SJW shit and all this other woke politics crap that's influencing them to not give a real opinion on this, that's not what you do. It doesn't matter what your politics are. And by the way, guys, let me be very fucking clear about this. Let me be crystal clear about this. I don't give a shit what anybody's individual politics are, right? I speak objective truth. If somebody on the right is talking shit and they're objectively wrong, I'm gonna call that out. Somebody on the left is talking shit, I call that out. I don't give a shit about politics. I give a shit about the truth. That's what matters to me, is the truth. And that's what my channel is about. It's about putting out facts and letting you guys make your decisions based on the facts, not based on the spin or the bullshit, right? Johnny Arber says, they stand with Amber Heard because they have to, not to lose power. Exactly. They've been grifting on this believe all women crap, and they're going to lose their power if they go another way. Christina Perosco for 1999 says, why didn't Ben or Camille bring up Dr. Curry's diagnosis of bipolar histrionic in closing a rebuttal? Would have been for all the jury. I think they left them with the reminder. Yeah, it's true. They should have brought that up. I would have brought that up. But once again, it's easy to be a armchair lawyer It's easy to be sitting at home in my comfortable chair here and, my nice hotel, sitting back, giving commentary on what I would or wouldn't have done during the closing. But, that's it's nice, but it's not exactly what we have here in this case. And it's easy to do it, but when you actually are doing it, it's much harder. MM says you can commit immolation, not self-immolation. Immolation is the act of setting oneself on fire. Practicing self-immolation is silly. Same type of people that say irregardless. I say irregardless just because it's funny. I think it's hilarious. So, whenever anybody tries to correct me, and by the way, thank you, MM. I appreciate that, and I appreciate the people that point that out. But for example, it's like when I text somebody and I use the wrong "your," I use like "you are" instead of "your," but I use the contraction. But it's because my autocorrect does it or something like that. And someone's like, "Oh, it's the wrong one," and I'm like, "Okay, I don't give a shit because I'm texting, right? You understand what I'm trying to say." And I'm not going to go create that. Trooper says, "God commenter." Appreciate that. I am no deity. But I try. Caligula says, "It's Umbrella Man. Get it right, Andrew. Jeez. That umbrella god, that umbrella guy, that umbrella boy." No, I love him. Actually, I want to say something real quick. So my mom watches all of my streams. Shout out to Mom right now. Mom, I'll see you in 2 days. Love you. But my mom watches all my streams, and she's like tells me how she feels about my guests. She's like, "Oh, I like this one. I don't like this one. Don't bring this person on. They're boring. This person is interesting. This person has good chemistry with you." But she's like, "You know who I really love? Who has the best voice?" And she's like, "I just love it. That." She's like, "That umbrella guy, like Tug. I just love listening to him." I'm like, "Okay, you just like the Southern accent, Mom. Mom's simping for the Southern accent. I get it. New Zealand 5 says there's no new journalists in mainstream media anymore. Well, that's true. That's true. Mainstream does not have any real journalists. Next over here, Louisa says, "I prefer believe all victims to believe all women. Provide support to them. Punishing the accused needs to wait." Yeah, I'm okay with this. Here's what I'm okay with. Investigate all crimes. Here's what I'm okay with. Investigate all crimes. Let me be very specific on why I say that. Investigate. What does that mean? Not believe them, look into them. Investigate, find facts. All, meaning everybody. It doesn't matter what race, creed, color, religion you are. Everybody deserves to have crimes investigated. Why do I say crimes? Because it needs to be reported. There are crimes, there are penalties for filing a false police report. We need to hold people accountable, and the only way we do that is by making them file a police report, not putting it on social media, not putting it anywhere else. I will not believe I don't believe anything until there's a police report, a case filed, or something that's on paper, where there's consequences if you're lying. Until you put down and you put consequences to it, I don't believe it. I think you need investigations, you need facts. I will say, hey, this sounds more true or less true, but I need to see the facts in order to believe it, in order to buy it. I'm not going to believe shit until I see the facts. That's it. Because otherwise, you get people like Amber Heard and Jussie Smollett from Empire. Amber Heard, fake sex allegations, fake sex crimes, fake domestic abuse. Jussie, fake racial violence. In both cases, there need to be punishments. There need to be things that are there. And by the way, I see you guys saying on paper, unbreaded. So for my my unbreaded fans out there. All right. Moore says the audio where she laughed insanely gave me goosebumps, so I had to turn on the lights. That's hilarious. Read that one, so we'll go down to Cat Farm, which is theory. Amber Heard snorted onion juice on the stand. I'll believe that. I actually believe that she could have snorted onion juice for sure. John Yarber said, if you set shit up, if you keep this shit up, you're as big as Rackets. Can't wait to meet you in Houston. Yeah, John, man, I will try. I'm going to be at Anime Matsuri. I know that Nick Ricada will be there. Rackets will be there. So I'm going to try to be there. I think Tug will be there too. I think a couple of people there. So I'm going to try to be at Matsuri, and there's like security there. So it'll be good for all of us. But yeah, I'll try to be there, be out there to meet everybody. That'll be awesome. And look, respect to Ricada. I think I'm glad that I've been on his channel. I'm glad that he's invited me to his channel. I'm on the short list that he invites. He only invites 3 or 4 people, so I'm glad. And frankly, I said it from the beginning about these trials is that I've chosen to go on stream with the trials where I get to speak. And frankly, if it's a panel with 6 people, I'm not going to get to speak, or 7 people or 8 people. I don't get to speak, especially when 1 or 2 people are dominating the conversation. I'm not going to get to speak, versus if I go on a channel where somebody's permitting me to speak generously, where they're giving me time, where they're not cutting me off, or they're not speaking over me, I am more inclined to go on that channel. I'm just saying. So that's why I chose to go on that particular channel. Let me just make that very clear. Charlie said, thank you so much. I have a commercial litigation paralegal from 19 to 22, and I've been in legal aid for criminal defense before Charlotte Law School. Criminal defense is the goal. Okay, well, there you go. And look, you just got to understand that if you're happy doing stuff as a non-lawyer, there's a lot of stuff you can do as a non-lawyer. In fact, guys, if you really want to help, I'll tell you right now, one thing that I would fucking love, and guys, I would love to collaborate with you guys on this, is I would love to have you guys, like, for you guys who really love cases, you guys are like telling me cases. If you guys are the reporters and you guys are really covering it and really getting in-depth information, let's collaborate. Let's come on with me. Let's talk about it. Let's build something together where we build a network where we're just like bringing out these amazing cases and we're bringing out good information, like fascinating information to the world. I think that would be amazing. And that's something that I would love to bring to the whole world, is the truth about all of these cases and what's going on right now. Heidi says, thanks for giving me a smile and your tremendous appreciation of the ladies. I do love the ladies, and, you know, I appreciate them. I appreciate them deeply. All sorts of different nationalities, backgrounds, skin tones, hair colors. I do love them all, and you will never catch me complaining. Jessica Go, what's up, Jess? I know what you're up to. Paralegal versus lawyer, which is a career that's right for you? New video topic. Yeah, for example, I honestly, for a lot of people, I tell them, go paralegal. Paralegal, you get in quicker. You can make more money than a lawyer in some cases. You're more necessary because there's actually fewer in America. There's fewer paralegals than there are lawyers. There's a surplus of lawyers. We have a shortage of good paralegals. A good paralegal is worth more than a lawyer in many cases, and they're less replaceable because you cannot find good help in the legal industry in America. It's very hard. So yeah, Jessica, that's a great comment there. River R said, we're protesting in Australia. Can you please pin us in the chat? We need help to be freedom of choice. So if you have a channel to pin, I'm willing to pin it or tag it in the description if you send it to me. So River R Table, send me an Instagram or Twitter, and I'm willing to help you out any way I can. Muffins Turd says, Johnny Depp performed in Sheffield last night. Not sure if you noticed, but pro Amber Heard Twitter rats disclosing his location. Do you think it puts him in danger? No. Nobody wants to hurt Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is so beloved, so loved. I think the only people are deranged people like Eve Barlow. And frankly, they're all bark and no bite. They're not gonna come near Johnny Depp. Killing Love said, it's the Umbrella Man, get it right. Oh, caught that one. Eliza says, as a cat lady, I am offended. I am offended. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not saying I don't like cats. I like cats, but I'm just saying that, and I've a lot of cat girls, you know, well, that sounds weird. Cat girls. I do have a cat girl emoji if you're a member, by the way. If you have a member here, you get my cat girl emojis. But yeah, I don't have a problem with people who own cats. I in fact, have had girlfriends that have owned cats and such like that. So yeah, no problem. No problem with the cat people. Shadow says, believe all women is very, very, very sexist. Sexist. So that a woman can't be an aggressor is against equality. Can only men be aggressors? Why? Are women not capable of that? Exactly. Women are completely capable of violence. They're capable of lying. To say they're not is exactly sexism. I think that's at the core of sexism. Come on, Andrew. Irregardless is a Miami thing, and you know it. Yeah, Nikki, which is okay. Which is why I still say it, because I don't care, Nikki. I do not care. I'm still going to say irregardless when I want to say it. Same thing with, oh gosh, I can't even forget. There's so many Miamiisms. That's also why I say bro a lot. Like my use of bro is because I'm from Miami. Like that's 100% result of me being Miami. Hanger Chick says, make sure to go to the aquarium for the shark dive, Tiger World, inside snowboarding, and the body painting festival in Mudfest, Jinsan or Yongin. Yeah, no, definitely need to get down there. And I heard about the Mudfest when I was in Incheon, because I was talking about the tides. The tides in Incheon were so crazy. That's actually when they were during the Korean War, when they were invading, they had to worry about the tides because they're so extreme in Incheon. So I heard about the mud festival where like apparently a lot of foreigners like to go and like rub themselves in mud. Sounds kind of kinky to me, but maybe I could be convinced of it. It's possible. It's possible. Let's see. Ash says, did you notice that almost all the mass media is now turning off comments? So it's a one-way show. No room for comments. The truth might be heard. Exactly. That's exactly the point. Can YouTubers turn on closed captioning on live stream? It seems to only be available on some streams. My TV volume sucks on some channels, so CC helped. You're smart, funny, handsome equals lethal. Let's get you to 100K. Guys, I would love that. Thank you so much. And guys, if you're watching, especially you replay watchers, like we get over 100K views in these videos. If you guys could subscribe, if everybody who's viewing this video subscribed, I would easily be over 100K. So I hope that this video is one that earns your subscription. If not, I'm happy to try to work to earn your subscription in the future, guys. I really am. And I appreciate all the views and all the love that you guys have given me. Hit me up if you want. Okay, so Charlie, send me a DM on Twitter or YouTube, or not YouTube, but an email, andrewesquirelive@gmail.com. The Legal Mindset on Twitter, or Esquire International on Instagram, Charlie. And definitely I can use more people who are out there reporting, who are out there giving me more information, because that definitely helps. And that definitely would be great to somebody who can give me an opinion, because I don't know what I want to know what the actual people think, because that is what influences the culture in the law. She'd have killed him and said self-defense. 100%. Actually, honestly, I would worry for Johnny in that sense. Very, very worried for Johnny in that sense. If he'd stayed with her, there's a real risk of serious violence, serious damage, possibly being stabbed, possibly being hurt more seriously, because of the type of abuser that she was. LB says, could you cover the case in South Africa where AfriForum is going against the state, against the legality of flying the old, some say, apartheid flag? I'll look into it. I mean, if it's interesting, yeah, I'll look into it. If it's getting good coverage, or not, or if it's something that's fascinating, I'll look into that one. Thank you. Vishu Sharma says, media can be pro-Amber. A whole trial is available for everyone to see and judge the facts for yourself. Media can bark the way they want. Exactly, Vishu. They can do whatever the fuck they want. We see it. The point of this trial, why this trial has been so big, is because people are seeing with their own eyes the truth, and the truth is evident. It's self-evident. River Tables texted you on Instagram. Can you pin my channel? Okay, I'll try to see what's going on there. I'm not gonna do it right now, but maybe I'll put it in the description. Okay, so I'll do that for you in this video. Yeah, and I think that's caught up there, guys. So we're caught up there in the chats. Okay, guys, let me talk about real quick. As you know, guys know, I'm in Orlando now. I'm going to be running around today, so this is a busy day. I will be back at the same time tomorrow, a little bit earlier maybe. I'm going to try to hit for 7 a.m. Eastern time, which should be like 6 p.m.-ish, 7 p.m.-ish in Australia, Korea, New Zealand, that sort of time zone. So I'm going to try to hit in that zone. I'm going to say something real quick on this. I'm going to keep this brief. This is the last time I'm going to comment on this, unless there's a new development. But I want to just say that I know that a lot has come out about drama in the LawTube community. I'm not going to be taking sides on any of this shit. I'm not going to be commenting on this shit. But I will say one thing, and I will say that some people have acted in a way that I think is very unprofessional. I mean, I do lose respect for people if they act unprofessionally. So I'm not going to say any names. I'm not going to throw any shade here, but I do watch and I am careful about who I collaborate with. And if people do anything unprofessional, then I won't do it. But however, there's a lot of people that I've spoken to behind the scenes, and I know that their intentions are not bad. So as long as somebody doesn't have bad intentions or isn't being completely unprofessional, I'm gonna continue to collaborate with them. I think almost everybody I'm going to continue to collaborate with. So we're not going to let that drama affect our channel. I'm not going to let all that crap affect the channel. I'm going to keep covering it and doing the best way possible for my channel. I will be joining other creators as I see fit. Like I said, I have criteria. I want to be able to speak. I have a large platform. I'm not going to be on a channel where I'm not going to get to speak, or where I'm only going to get in one word or 2 words. I've got a lot to say. My time is very important, and I'm not going to waste that time, because I need to be spending that time covering good topics for you guys. And that's very, very clear. So that being said, guys, make sure you smash the like button. It helps me know that you like this type of content. Next time I'm back, I may try to have some guests on, talk to some other people, have some fun. I love everybody. I love you guys in the community. Thank you much for supporting me. You guys supporting me has allowed me to do this type of content and go crazy on it. So literally share it, let people know, and get the word out. Get the word out. Hanger Chick says, if and when you make it to New York, hit me up and I'll take you to give you a tour of NYC. Thank you so much, Hanger Chick. You're really fucking hooking it up. Between that and Korea, you're coming through. You're really coming through with the good info. So I really, really, really appreciate that. Like, seriously. Guys, Right now, I'm going to pop over to Legal Vices, my boy Legal Vices. I'm going to say hi to him real quick. I can't hang out for too long. I got a busy day, but I'm going to pop in with him. And then I'm going to be out about in the town, and we're going to be back tomorrow, same time, same place. People ask about the jury. Guys, tomorrow, I predict the verdict will be tomorrow, PA. This was earlier in the video, but I'm going to say it again. I predict the verdict will be tomorrow in the afternoon, late afternoon. That is my prediction. Today is not a court day. It is a holiday in America. It is Memorial Day. That being said, enjoy your holiday. Take care. Stay busy.